Hold on, let me see. CLB's not the worst Drake album. You wild. Scorpion's not the worst nigga. Scorpion's a fucking classic. If you don't think Scorpion's a classic, nigga, go back and listen to that shit. Scorpion is probably one of Drake's best album in terms of how it aged. It was a perfect mix between album cuts and just like bangers. That shit aged well. Somebody said Dark Lane demos. And by the way, you can count mixtapes in it too. Yeah, I'm rocking with this album over. I'm rocking with this project over Dark Lane demos. Sorry. No? CLB got too much misses. What misses are on CLB? I feel like there are about like three misses, but not too many. Let me look at CLB. Let's look at it together, people. Certified Lover Boy. Okay. Let's really look at this shit, man. Champagne's poetry, fucking fire. Like, come on now. Champagne's poetry, fire. Poppy's Home, which should have been the fucking intro, fire. Girls Want Girls, fire. In the Bible, come on, bruh. Fire. Love All, I would have took Jay-Z's ass off of that shit, but fire still. Fair Trade, fire. Way Too Sexy. All right, man. Okay, I get you. Here's one. You got one. TSU, fire. In Too Deep, fire. Pipe Down. How'd it go? No, Pipe Down cool. Pipe Down cool. Yebba's Heartbreak, I don't even think Drake's on the song. No Friends in the Industry, fire. Knife Talk, fire. 7 a.m. on Bridal Path, fire. Race My Mind. Ooh, how'd that shit go? Wait, hold on. I'm singing in my mind. Hold on. Nah, it's cool too. Fountains, cool, even though I think this is an attempt at we don't need a Yeah, you know, listen, anybody using Thames is trying to get some sound like that. Get Along Better, It's one of these songs that's probably the miss. I ain't gonna lie to you. Somebody said I'm trying to get invited to Drake's house. No. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know y'all don't want to hear it. But I come from the school of thought. Like, Drake is my favorite artist. But I'm the person who, I'm a fan of Drake, but I'm the toughest on Drake, I believe. Pause. I don't know if this needs a pause, but I'll pause it. The reason being, because you're so great, you shouldn't just settle to check the boxes anymore. You've done enough. And I think the fans who are complaining, you want Drake to drop the same fucking album. He gave us Scorpion already, nigga. This is why fans never know what they want. Remember when fans would be like, yo, could you stop giving us albums like Views and shit like that and stop this Jamaican? Yo, keep in mind, everything we've said Drake should stop doing, we've realized we miss it. Or the shit was great. Think about it. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. If Drake dropped a 2016 album where he was back on that dancehall shit, y'all would love it, bro. Y'all niggas love the Controller era. Y'all niggas love when it was Drizzy Marley. Y'all love when he was going on the, like he was going on this UK roadman type of way. Y'all love that shit. Stop the cap. What I'm just saying is, I'm gonna allow this nigga to grow. And with me saying the album is, I think it's good, just not his best. But I think it's the most important thing is that it's an important album. This could lead him to go into a different fucking path. Because I've heard nigga, how much times is he gonna rap about the same 5 bitches from the fucking strip club? At least this is kind of putting him, and also here's the thing, Drake is Asian, that nigga 35. Like this might be the most, I won't call it a grown album, but like, trying a different genre, my nigga. Also, here's the funny part about what y'all was saying too. Remember before when I told you I was like, yo, Drake told me it's gonna be a summer album, and I was like, yo, I'm doing a stream, and I'm like, yo, what song should I play that would embody a Drake summer song? You know what a lot of y'all told me to play? Passion Fruit. Nigga, Passion Fruit would fit perfectly on this fucking album. Passion Fruit wouldn't fit on this album? Most of y'all told me, yo, play Passion Fruit. I'm telling you. Granted, Passion Fruit isn't as housey as some of these, right? But it would definitely fit perfectly on this shit, bro. For anybody who says it's ass, and by the way, this is how the industry is very interesting. There's nobody that actually is brave enough to actually just say it on Twitter like, yo, this album's ass. A lot of people think that, though. After I tweeted out what I tweeted, mad artists hit me. Yo, Ak, you really think this shit fire? They're like, yo, no, off the record. You really think this, like, you like this album? Because, like, really, I guess they look at me as a vocal voice, but they can't tell if I'm being serious. Nigga, if Drake dropped a fucking trash album, I'm on his ass. I would hope he would still fuck with me, like, you know, because, shit, I've been fair to him, but, nigga, if he dropped a trash album, I'm going to be like, yo, this shit's trash. Let's try it again. Y'all just think this is ass. All right. You know what? I'm going to get in my Discord. By the way, you want to talk to me right now, you do exclamation Discord, and you can get up in there. I think you might have to be a sub or some shit like that to get in those rooms, though. But let me try to talk to these people, man. Here we go. We got to talk about this album. Who want to talk about this album, all right? I'm in one of my rooms in there. Mic check. I'm going to drag some people in there. Let me see. Who should I bring up in here? I see some people. Who usually have good opinions? Okay, I'm going to bring this nigga in. He got to have some good opinions. Let me see. Let me see. Yo! Hood Magic, what's cracking, my brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on? Drake?
Bro, you doing too much riding.
Stop it. We're going to have to stop this malarkey right now, brother. Brother.
If this was Kendrick, you would kill him. If this was Cole, you would roast these niggas out the park.
I would roast them out the park?
Yes. Yeah. If this
hold on. Wait. No, I'm glad you said that. Actually, let me let you finish your point. I got a perfect response. Let you go ahead.
When other artists experiment, you don't give them this same leeway. You're like, oh yeah, it's very nice. You should try something new. When everybody else tries something new, they get roasted.
Okay, we need names. We got to keep it factual now, brother.
Name. On the last experimental. Shit, this last Kendrick album, I don't even remember what you said about it.
That shit was not experimental. That nigga was having a mental breakdown. You should go to a fucking therapist. So I said. Nigga, he's still rapping the same. Like, we ain't want to hear that shit. Nigga, if he's trying singing or something or some different beats, he got the same trash beats. He's just talking about he thinking he got touched. That's it. Damn, nigga.
Respectfully, niggas ain't want to hear this either, though.
No. Okay. I understand. Well, some niggas. Hold on.
No, most niggas. Come on.
Wait.
No, stop it, Act.
No, Kyrie.
You can't sit here and cap like you
Kyrie,
didn't go damn near turn off the album.
Kyrie.
You turned off the album midstream.
Kyrie.
Act.
No, I didn't. Kyrie, let me respond to Hood Magic first, and then Hood Magic, you said when other artists experiment, I give them more flack than when I'm giving Drake. Okay, that's a very fair and reasonable point. However, the answer I would give to you on that is that if we're comparing him to the majority of artists that's in his caliber, there's mad people who do experimental shit. It's just that of that caliber, how many of them that do? If Kendrick takes fucking 6 years to give us an experimental album, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Okay? Now, a nigga who dropped an album 8 months ago and drops every year, and when he even announced that he's dropping, he says, I got some regular shit for you regular niggas later, I'm not mad at it. Now, if Drake, remember when we were all waiting for views? Remember, like, that was the biggest, like, anticipation phase for Drake. Yo, everybody love, Take Care and Nothing Was the Same, and this is after whatever. Like, when is views coming? When is views coming? If he came out with, like, I'm just trying to ting, and it was just complete BS, like, just super experimental, fuck out of here, Drake. That's what we would say.
Bro, that Drake album was the best album I've ever heard, bro.
Who said, that's Boom.
Listen, Act.
Hold on, now let Boom talk. Hold up, man.
Let me talk. Let me kick. Bro, that Drake album is the equivalent to Kanye West Donda, bro. Let's be real, bro.
Oh, my God.
False.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, bro.
I'm not even about to sit here and say that's better than Nothing Was
I
the
think
Same.
it was a W experiment.
Listen, man. I'm gonna get my real points about this album out the way, real quick and simple, right? The album is cool at best. It's not the best house music I've ever heard. It's not the worst house music I ever heard. I was hoping, once I realized it was going to be completely house by the third song, I'm thinking, all right, hopefully I get more elements of Drake where he's bringing maybe blending the two. I get it. It's a dance project, so I understand why the vocal arrangements aren't that interesting or exciting. The mixing is not that stressed too much. And it's very instrumental heavy, where it leans to the instrumentals. The one thing I will say, though, that is interesting about this project is that I wonder if moving forward, that this project will take the magic out of all the songs, because this is a project full of songs that are usually the hits from his previous work, i.e. Hotline Bling.
What's another one? Hotline Bling on this, brother. Stop it.
Bro, yeah, you talking out your ass, man.
No, listen, but let me finish. So, listen, I think that this may take the magic out of those type of songs from his future projects, because it's not like this nigga don't make this type of music. It's just the first time he put it all on one album.
No, this is definitely the first time he done made some shit like this, bro.
No. I get what Kyrie said. We've seen little hints of this, like maybe one song, like on the album.
No,
right?
yeah, and let me finish. I feel like most people who listen to house music, the casual listener and most listeners, they don't really have much. Like, when I think about house music, I don't have much attachment to a specific album. I think that's one of the reasons why this album wasn't received as well, because most people don't listen to house music for an album. They listen for the popular single that really gets the club going. And also nothing. I don't think there's a 2-year song on this album. Although Drake is on the 2-year song of this year, which is a song with Future, Tim's, and Drake, I don't think anything from CLB or this album has a 2-year song on it.
A 2-year what?
Okay, so
2-year lifespan. It won't be
No,
around
I actually disagree. I feel like if it's any project, it might come off this one. We might not know it at the moment. I'll say this, though, to your point, Kyrie. If I was going to levy a criticism against this album, right, is that you see when Kanye, and again, I'm going off an experimental, like he tries something different. Kanye does that all the time. When Kanye did it with Yeezus, he tried to create a genre, or he tried to blend genres on Yeezus, right? The thing is, I think a lot of people, I know they're calling it a dance album, a lot of people just say this is Drake doing house. And if you just put him in that bucket of Drake doing house compared to other people or other house songs you ever heard, I think that's where he didn't push the envelope enough, because if you're just trying to do house and conquer house, yeah, you might, relatively speaking, he's doing great compared to other house artists or other house music.
But that's conflated because it's Drake.
But he's not. I don't think people are listening to this album saying this is the best house music they've ever heard. That's why I think he should have pushed the line. If you're going to experiment, do it all the way. Blend house with some new sounds. Create some shit that pushes the line, like how Kanye was pushing the line. Because even if it's people can say it's mediocre at best, people won't at least say, oh, you're doing the same thing that we've heard from a bunch of other people in the same genre, and they just do it better. You get me? I'll give you that.
Let me.
That's what I think. That's what I think we're at with it. But what do you say to the point that this may take the magic out of the dance records that tend to be the standout songs from his other albums?
I don't necessarily think so.
You don't think it's possible? Like, we might have just got flooded. Like, he opened up the floodgates, so now we might underappreciate them.
No, bro. No, it's literally no way in hell. Like, he can make another.
Yo, Boom, turn your mic up, bro. Turn your mic up.
me.
Oh no, I gotta turn you up. You go. Never mind. You
Oh yeah, I was saying, bro, he can make another Hotline Bling control it. Like that was like, wasn't that on some dance hall shit, and this is on some house shit? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're
How
like,
I
long
mean,
Bling was some dance shit
they
type shit.
all kind of
Yeah.
compare very close genres though. Like, you
but
can't
not even though, not even, bro. Because the house music is like you said, is more of the beats than it is the way he's talking, the way he's spitting. Like nigga Drake was just sounding like some Take Care Drake
again,
over some wild ass beats.
again, dance hall is primarily about production too, though. Like, let's not act like it's not.
But Controller blew up, and One Dance, all that blew up because of Drake.
All those are dance records, though. You can't ignore the
Yeah,
fact
but
that
they're not even house records though. Like, so you can't compare. You can't say he can't make another dance hall record or
it's
another.
hard to say this is uniquely just house because it's labeled as dance. So we talking about dance music regardless.
It's house music, bro.
No, it's dance. Regardless how you look at it, it's still dance music.
Okay. What is the genre of this? Because I think that's where it gets. Is it house
Yo,
or is dance a genre?
Yo,
It's
to keep
not-
it
it's
casual.
German dance nightclub shit, bro.
Yeah, who's that
Most
chiming in?
people can't even like tell us the difference between house EDM and fucking
Wait,
techno.
who's that
and
speaking?
dance.
Who's
It's
that
just
speaking?
dance music.
You
Just
put
dance
your like rave
Yo,
lighters in the
real
sky
quick,
and
real
shit,
quick,
you
real
start
quick.
bouncing around and shit.
Real quick. Before anybody jumps in, just because like the stream can't see the Discord, just say your name at least the first time you speak. You feel me? That it could identify voice. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I think it was.
Was Chiron? I don't know if I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. Yo, so I honestly think this is a 10 out of 10 album.
You think this is a classic?
Chill.
Off the rip.
Yo,
Yeah. It's my favorite Drake album.
Hey, hold on. By the way, hold on. Wait. And Chiron, I'm gonna
Is
throw
it
it back
top
to you.
5 would drop this year though?
No, wait, hold on.
I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, hold on one second. I'm gonna
Scorpio
throw it back to
harder, bro.
Chiron, but to be honest, a lot of people, like I've seen this tweet a lot. They said, "Yo, this album is meant to be appreciated by niggas who actually got stamps in their passport. This is like people who have traveled and shit." I heard that. So Chiron, he lives
You know what it
overseas.
is? It's not just that, it's an age thing, bro. Like, think about it. 10 years ago when fucking Take Care came out, these kids were like 2 years old. They weren't outside to hear dance music when it was popping. It's not even the first time a black artist like this made dance music. Like, Chris Brown has Beautiful People. Usher has dance music like this. They just were young as fuck, and they've been inside for the last 3 years. They can't appreciate dance music because that's not their life.
But like, Chiron, what if they just don't think it's good? Like, what if they do appreciate dance music, but they don't think this is good? Like, can you fault them for that?
No, I could completely understand they don't think it's good, but at the same time,
If you don't got no point of reference, though, it's kind of like, how do you know if it's not good or not if you don't even listen to this type of genre?
Wait, hold on. Yeah. I got a counter to y'all. Got a counter to say to you even saying people like just don't think it's good. I don't think a lot of people understand the genre. Drake did this before, by the way. Remember the song with him and DJ Khaled to the max? Very Baltimore clubbish, Jersey.
That was Jersey Club.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna say Jersey. I don't want to diss people in Baltimore, but yeah. So very Jersey Club inspired. And they went with that as a single. Drake was on it. It's Khaled's record.
But did it catch though?
Okay, but one might make the argument maybe the demographic is everybody in here who we used to hear a certain sound in Drake. We don't really. When's the last time? Like, listen. When the last time, for anyone who's of age and like who bar hop or something like that, right? If you go to a party town, this shit, or have you ever been like, yo, I'm going to this party that's gonna play house music?
I mean that
exists. Because that's a better woman.
Like that, bro.
It depends on what type of woman you after. Like, if you after the girls who like to dance in a trance and like wear butterfly costumes, yeah, that's probably what you into.
Yo, come on.
Yeah, but if you go into the black shit, you're gonna get stabbed.
Listen
Like,
to Future talk about throwing ones on bitches. Some niggas just go to them fucking feel good. You know, some of these niggas be on drugs, so they go to them wild ass clubs. It's kind of like a bar club in a way, more so than there's like the hood nigga club. You know what I'm talking about?
Yo,
So
by the way,
that type of shit,
if y'all like this album or not, yo, whether y'all
I mean?
like this album or not, right? I think I'm gonna tell you who to blame. This album is the creation and the brainchild of Gordo, aka DJ Carnage. Now, DJ Carnage came to Jersey couple months ago, okay, and he was doing a club. It was called Headliner in Asbury, New Jersey. He said, "Act, pull up. I'm doing a set there." And I pulled up there, and I kid you not, I heard zero hip hop from the time I went in to the time I came out. They played all different type of genres. I didn't even know. Like, I'm watching the no rhythm white people in the crowd like move like fucking. They're moving like Rey Mysterio. I don't know what's going on. However, I'm gonna be honest though. What that opened me up to is that my ears and pardon me for this reference is nigga trained. Like, I like to hear 808s and it has a certain sequence with the kick drum here and the snap or the clap or the snare here and I'm used to hearing ad libs. There's a lot of like that genre is a lot of instrumental, limited singing, not over singing. You can't defeat the beat. It's all about the vibe. And when I went in there, they probably left out with a better experience than me in terms of saying this is the best shit ever. And it made me think, I'm like, damn, this is not my type of music that I could even really, you know what I mean, like even judge correctly. So I'm wondering, like, is anybody like me where y'all don't even listen to this type of music enough to know what's really good in this music or not? Because again, this is not a hip hop album.
It's a cultural difference, bro. Like, there's different. Yeah. Most of America will know Jumpman before they know No Shopping. Like, that's the difference.
So we can't compare this to hip hop, right? So Kendrick dropped a better hip hop album.
It's not a hip hop album. It's not even.
No, it's not a hip hop album. Like,
right? All right, yeah, get it out of here then. Yeah.
I think the interesting thing about this album, dog, is like the real thing is like we're not really arguing music. We arguing placing in Drake's career in reference to what he just dropped, not really what the music is on there. Because most of the music on there is some shit like if he put out separately of a whole album of it, it would have been received very well. Most of these songs on here, but when you put them all together on one album, it kind of, makes room for some things to be underwhelming. Like for me, I listen to house music on a regular, and I would say the thing that this album lacks for me is like it maintains a certain level of energy throughout. And yes, it does go up and down some, but the rate in which it fluctuates from up and down is not enough for me to keep me interested throughout the whole thing.